Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I'm Stella. I'm glad you found us. And to all my amazing returning subscribers, thank you for always showing up. In today's tutorial, I'll be showing you how to draft this classic shirt dress from scratch. So grab your ruler, your pattern paper, let's get started. So I drafted our normal basic body, like a shirt which I have the button stand. Here is our button stand which I have the 1 inch 2.5. I divided it by 1 inch, then half of 1 inch is allowance. So we have our neckline as 2.5 over 2.5, which we have our starting line. From the starting line, I have the bust line, I have the waistline, the hip line, and the dress length. The dress length is a short dress, so I use 35 as a length, so you can use any length of your choice. So after we're done doing this, what I'll do next to outline it so we'll see the lines properly. So I had to outline the lines for us to see well. So I'm marking straight the button stand line like so. Mark the lines for us to see. Just like so. You mark the other 1 inch of the half of an inch, remaining the half of an inch, just like this. So after you're done doing this, we have our half of an inch, we have the 1 inch and the other 1 inch, which by the time we fold we have just 1 inch as our buttonhole and the button itself. So we have our 2.5, which is this as a neckline, over 2.5, which I marked and curved as our neckline. So after doing this, I have to extend the line to the button stand line. So after I'm done doing this, what I did next was to measure the shoulder. My shoulder is 7.5, so I extended it by 1.5 inches. That's making it 9 inches. So I had to measure the 9 inches which I have here as a 9 inches. You can leave yours like that, but I want the shoulder of the shirt to be longer than my actual shoulder measurement. So I marked it like this, a 9 inches, which I also extended the line on the bust line, 9 inches, then create the armhole line like so. So after I'm done there, I went down by 1 inch, which is the shoulder slope, and I connected back to the neckline. So after I'm done this, I just connected the armhole like so. This is how I've already marked everything, so I just had to connect it like so for us to see. I outlined it. So after I'm done doing this, what I'll do next is to measure the bust divided by 4. So I measured my bust divided by 4, which is 10 inches. I marked the 10 inches. Mind you, when marking your bust, you start from your buttonhole. I added 2 inches for the extension. You start from the buttonhole line. That's from the 2 inches, 2.5. Then you mark your point. Start marking your lines. I extended the bust line like this, which I came down to the half length. I did the half length. This is the bust line. This is the half length. So I measured the half length. Let me outline it first. So I measured the half length divided by 4. That's my round waist divided by 4, sorry, which is 8 3/4. I added 2.5 inches on the waistline, just like this. Then I marked the hip line also. I did the hip divided by 4 hip line, which I did the hip divided by 4, which mine is 10.5. I marked the 10.5. Then I added 2 inches for ease allowance. Then what I have on the hip line, I extended it to the length, but on the length part I did 2.5. I added 2.5 as the allowance on the ease allowance on the length part. So I did a 10.5 and extended 2.5 for the ease allowance. So after doing this, we've gotten our shirts. Now we have the button stand and the body. So what we'll do now is to connect from the armhole line, that's the bust line, down to the shirt. If you want it curvy, you can take it to the waistline, then connect back. But I'm doing from the bust line down straight to the dress line, just like this. I had to mark it from the bust line like so to the hip line, then from the hip line down to the dress length, which is like so. So after we're done doing this, we've gotten the lines like so. You can shaping it if you want from the waistline. So this is the front. So we've gotten the front now. What we'll do now is to design the gathers that we have on the front part, which what I did first was to go from the shoulder 1 inches down, which I'll be taking back to the, I'll take it to the back side. I'll be removing this 1 inch which I have here, just like so. I'll be removing from this front part, then I'll extend it to the back bodies. I'll show that after we finish designing the front. So after doing this, what I do next is to design the gathers, the side which will have the gathers, which from the first gathers we have like 2 gathers from the upper one to the down one, which from this part you can go up from the, you can do from the waist to the line 6 inches, but from this first gathers I did from this waist, from the first gathers down to, watch this, be mindful of this please, from this waistline go down by 6 inches. That is what you do before marking the midpoint, like this. Go down by 2 inches, just like this sticker you have from this waistline 2 inches. Then what you have in between the 6 inches to the dress length, you divide it into two, then mark the lines. That will be for your first gathers. I don't know if you understand this. It will be for your first gather. So you're having the first gathers like so. Please let it be from your waist down 6 inches. For the second gathers, this is for the first gathers. From your waist to this midpoint will be for the first gathers. That's the first gathers, this one to this line. But this line, when you measure from there 6 inches, then divide by 2, you have the line just like the way you do it, like so. You have number 1, then the number 2 line. That is when you have, this is number 2, but make sure the number 2 line is from the hip line to the waistline, which you have it at 6 inches. That is when you mark to the dress length, please. So when you get that, you trim out, then by the time you gather, sorry, you'll be having it as your the fullness on the side. While we have we'll copy the waist to the length part, which we'll use as the first gathers. The waist to the length part, remember this, you use it as the first gathers. So when you copy this, you bring it back. Let me copy and bring back for us to see. Let me copy the first part for so we understand. I had to copy this part and bring for us to see. So I went ahead to copy it, which I'm having like this, from that point to the tiny X to the other part, which I have like so. So by the time I gather, I'll splash. So I have it like this. I copied even the button stand also. I had to copy the button stand. So after doing this, what you do next is to, let me outline the button stand for us to see. So with this now, from this button stand, sorry, from this button stand, you're not slashing from here, you're slashing from the other part of the pattern. So what you do now is to measure what you have, then just make lines. It's up to you, it's not must you must, there's no fixed measurement for this. Just make a line that you splash to return back. By the time you gather it, you get in the, you take it back to the waistline. So I just marked 2 inches all through, then I went down straight, which I'll be slashing these lines just like so. These are the lines I'll be slashing just like this to give the gather effect. That's the gather's effect on the waist side. So I had to place it like so, which by the time you place it like you have it full and you gather back, you're having it on the waist part. That's the first gathers on the upper part. So on the down part, what you do, remember you sorry, on the down part, remember you have the slash line. Remember you're doing the slash line from that waist to 6 inches. So that is where you slash from. Not, sorry, I made a mistake here. You don't slash from where you slash from your waist to where you got your 6 inches. That is where you have this line which you will cut out. I don't know if you're understanding this. You have to cut it out, which you have it as your second splash. Please, this slash should be on the 6 inches line from your waist down. Go down by 6 inches. Remember, I said you should go down by 6 inches. That's the line you slash like this. So by the time you slash it, you also mark the lines you open for your splash and spread. That's the fullness, the gather lines. So but make sure you fold your button stand allowance, because you're not splashing, you're not splashing the button stand allowance, only the other side. So you also measure and mark lines that you splash, just like the way I'm doing it. You mark your lines. There's no fixed line on this, just mark it like this, and these are the lines you'll be slashing open for your gathers, just like so. You open all these ones, then make as wide as you want, as full as you want it. It's up to you how full you want it. Then by the time you gather back, you'll be having the fullness on the front parts, which will be cutting the front, and the other front we have only one double like this, that will have just one like this on the one side, while the other side is just the plain one on the down parts. So after we're done doing this, we have you add your half an inch allowance to join, which you'll be joining back on the main bodies. So after we do this, we have to keep this aside, then work on the back side. So I went ahead to draft the back, which I have everything as the front. But what I did here, I have the half length as my back half length, not the front. I had to fix in the back half length, which mine is 15. So I had to do that, and we have the side unfold, which we have every other thing the same apart from the half length. So after I'm done doing this, what we do next is to I have the shoulder, sorry, the neckline as 2.5 over 1, that's 2.5 by 1. So what I did next is the shoulder slope, which we have as 1 also. I had to return what we took out from the 1 inch we took out from the front shoulder line. You have to take it back to the back side, just the way I'm doing it. Take back the 1 inch you took out from the front, just mark it like so, just like this. Then you connect back to the neckline like so, just like so. So after you're done doing this, just like this, so after you're done this, you have it returned back to the back. Meanwhile, you trim out, let's trim the front part. You remove, when trimming the front one, you have to trim out the 1 inch. You remove the 1 inch, because you don't need it on the front part. We returned it to the back. But before trimming, fold your button stand allowance, just like the way I'm folding this. Fold it like so, then you trim out. Why we are doing this is, when you cut on fabric, it's better you have excess fabric than shortage of fabric. So by the time you sew, the excess you can trim out. So remove the 1 inch from the shoulder like so, just trim out the 1 inch, then you trim your pattern. Just cut out your patterns like so. That's the way I'm doing it. Trim it out like this. Then we have our front pattern, which will remove the 1 inch from the shoulder. So after you keep this aside, then let's design the back. So on the back side, remember the front side we did we came from the waistline 6 inches, but the back we are coming from the hip line, so that it will be the same equal length with what we have on the front. So we did the hip, we are slashing through from the hip line, just like this. You slash through like so. Let me slash through all, let me cut out all first like this. You cut out from the armhole side, slash through the 1 inch. Don't cut out the 1 inch, you just slash through like the way I'm doing it, and cut your neckline like so, just like this. I'll be adding allowance on the fabric when cutting out on fabric. So after you do, you just slash on the waist and the hip line on the back. That is why I went from the waist, from the front, on the front waistline I came down by 6 inches, So by the time we arrange the patterns together, we'll be having the same length on the back pleats gathers as the same thing on the front gathers. I don't know, you understand this when we are sewing it. So you just slash, you open, mark the lines which you are slashing. Meanwhile, you have this other side as unfold, which I wrote. You have your side back, you just slash like this, open. When you open, we are making it unfold, as you have two of this. You slash all here, open. This is for the back. So after you're done doing this, we have the back pattern, which we'll be having like this, and we have the front pattern like so. We have the front pattern just like this. You see, like so. Please, if you've not followed us, please please follow us, subscribe to our channel, please. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So by the time you join them, that is why I said we should go up by, come down from the waistline by 6 inches. So by the time you join on the two patterns, it will be equal with the back side. This is the reason why I said we should do our go down from our waistline on the front 2 inches, so it will be equal on the back side. So I don't know, we'll be sewing on my next tutorial. We'll be sewing the shirts, and we'll be drafting the collar and the sleeve. So we've come to the end of this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this tutorial helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any sewing parts, any of my tutorial. The sewing part is coming up next. See you on my next video. Thank you so much for watching this.